Good evening and welcome to my bar. I'm doing something a bit different today, and who knows if I do this more often, but I need video content, and so here I am. I'm going to put some music on just very lightly in the background. I'm going to put on one of my favouriteest albums. It's The Lesser by Major Parkinson. So I'm going to put that on in the background, and what we're going to do is we're going to compare a couple of lagers. Why? Because I am thirsty and I also want to experiment a bit. This is my bar and it's been steadily building over the last few months or so. I started working a part-time job behind a bar just for a few extra funds, and I really got into it, and I'm now getting things like Bartender's Bible. I found this thing, which is called the Cocktail Bar, and it's from 1950. It measures in gills, and a lot of the drinks include absinthe, which doesn't seem to get drunk very often anymore, but that's an old book. And I bought this today, which is a raki. Got it from Lidl's. So it's this stuff here. Krita Raki. So it is actually produced and bottled in Greece, which I wanted to make sure it was because I didn't want anything made over here. So I'm looking forward to, in fact I might sample a bit of it now. Why not? This. Yeah, that'll do. So apparently you can use it as a base for cocktails. Yeah, that's quite nice. Back 20 years ago, I've just called it paint stripper. But I'm trying to better my palate. I'm trying to teach myself the difference between, say, for instance, a Dubonnet and an Italian vermouth. I don't freaking know. I got that today as well. Is it Dubonnet or Dubonnet? I can't even get the... I'm starting pretty fresh to all this. But over the course of the next few years, I just want to develop my taste buds to be able to really get better at this sort of stuff. And part of that is being able to tell the difference between San Miguel, a pretty commonplace beer, a lager that you find here, there and everywhere. Premium lager, brewed and bottled in, where do you reckon? San Miguel, sounds Spanish. Brewed and bottled in the UK. Wolverhampton, the north. Apparently, I watched a video recently saying it was the worst lager that you can buy in the stores. Now, that's obviously subjective. But I'm going to compare a lager that's brewed in north with a bad reputation against Budweiser Budvar. Again, sorry if the pronunciation is wrong. It's a Czech lager and brewed and bottled by Budweiser Budvar in Czech Republic. So brewed in the place where it's supposed to be, and bottled in the place where it's supposed to be, brewed and bottled. So I want to taste both of these simultaneously. And I want to show myself the difference between a lager that's actually imported and made where it's supposed to have been made against something called San Miguel that's actually freaking brewed in wolves. For the people who aren't American, by the way, not brewed in the animal wolves, but wolf, whatever. So let's do this, shall we? Let's pour it, sniff it, taste it, and then I'll finish it off while doing something else. So San Miguel. What's this like? Ooh. Okay. Right then. So that's the San Miguel. And this is the Budvar. Brewed with whole cone Saaz hops, Moravian malt, and natural soft water in Budweiser, Czech Republic. So my expectation is that this one is going to be better in near enough every category. I could be wrong. Who knows? I might turn around and say that I prefer the other one, but then you'd probably turn around and say, right, obviously you've got no taste buds then. So, Budvar there and San Miguel there. So, we also have to remember that I suffer from hay fever. And so this time of year, my nose is largely blocked, and that probably affects taste a little bit too. So I'm not at 100% strength for this, but unfortunately that's part of living with hay fever. Half the year I am like this, so there isn't much taste to it, San Miguel. You see there's a bit of a difference in colour, not much. It is a bit watery. The Budvar's lost its head already. Not sure. Tell me, if you know your lagers, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I'm here to learn. So let's taste it. Let's go back to this one. The difference is subtle to my untrained tongue. This one's got something a bit more to it, and it's got maintains the fizz a bit better. Yeah, there's no San Miguel, just, it's like when you drink it beside this, that's got more to it. It's got more. Thing is, if I say something like it's got more body to it, then I'm going to look like I'm trying to look like I know what I'm talking about. But there's no other real way of putting it. It feels like there's more there. Whereas drinking this in comparison, it's like it's like water. Slightly fizzy water. Let's go back to this one. Yeah, this one's definitely better. I just think I am struggling with taste at the moment because of my nose, but there's definitely more going on here than this one. This one, I'll try it again and see if I get the same. There's like no aftertaste. You get a slight hit of flavour when you first put it in your mouth, but then it's just like you've got water in your mouth. There's no taste to it. Yeah, that's got more going on. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm trained well enough to go too much more into detail. They're both exactly 5% volume, 5% ABV. Whatever, I mean, that I'm assuming that means that they're supposed to be taste relatively similar strength. But no, this one tastes stronger than this one. Apart from that, this one's the head on this one's all gone. Both still fizzing away. Let's try them again. Yeah, not much going on. Yeah, I need to better train myself, but on the surface, you know, if I were to pick either of these two, it would be that one. Not by much. It's just that whenever I drink this one and then this one, my mouth gets more excited. Like there's more to it. And then when I drink this one first, and then go to this one, the San Miguel, it's almost like I've gone to drinking slightly fizzy water. So, yeah, I probably need to better train my tongue. But even with an untrained tongue, I'd still say that that one's the better drink. Maybe you drink lager and you know these two and you disagree with me. Maybe you say that I'm coming at it from the wrong perspective, that actually there's nothing wrong with this one and this one's a bit rubbish. I would do a proper smell test, but I basically have no sense of smell. Even with no sense of smell, I can tell there's more scent in this one. I am picking up a bit of the flavour. I don't know what the flavour is. You've got like hoppy, malty, and unless you're told specifically and given a pure example of one or the other, it's quite difficult to tell which one's which, or what flavour is what. Yeah, you didn't come to the video thinking I was a professional, I hope. Yeah, all the way. That's the better one. There's just more flavour. There's more body to it. Sorry, San Miguel, but you have failed. So you get the rest of you in there, and I'm going to finish you off regardless. Anyway, thank you very much. What else can we talk about? I mean, I've got loads of stuff down here for next time. So, for example, my wife insisted that I get some Japanese cherry blossom gin, which honestly, very, very, very subtle flavourings going on in there. So subtle, in fact, that I can barely tell the bloody difference between that and a normal dry gin. I've got this frickin' matcha cream liqueur that I have not quite figured out what to use it for yet. I have got so much. Oh yeah, but Waitrose has got 50% off Kirsch. So I've got 2 more bottles of that in there now. Oh, the fun times we can have together. So before I go, one last taste. Yep, I've made the right decision. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Tell me if I'm talking bollocks. More so than usual. See you next time, everybody.